All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Hibike Euphonium, Season 2, Episode 2. We got
new
two
characters.
I believe, new characters last episode. Yeah, new conflicts that come along with them.
Yeah, it's stuff that ties back to the previous year's, falling out with the Wind Ensemble.
Yeah.
And then the first years of that previous year that ended up quitting. A bunch of them, a couple of the ones that were newly introduced, but a couple of the characters that we've also already known a little bit, are all from a junior high, middle school kind of situation.
Yep.
That they transferred from together to this school.
Right, so past relationships and things like that and stuff. So of
playing
course
a big role here.
Yeah, and then that makes it even more entangled and complicated when all the stuff goes down. But apparently, of the two new characters, and their names were Yoroizuka and Nozomi. Yes.
Yep.
Yoroizuka is, terrified of Nozomi, apparently.
Well, something about her...
Something about her playing or... Yeah.
There was something that caused her to react emotionally.
In an extremely negative
terrified
way.
necessarily. But
that is true.
That is one of those things where she, being the coup d'oeil of the Wind Ensemble now, officially, she's no contest really in this category here. Nozomi coming back basically caused her to react in a very strong way. And she does not react strongly to anything. So that was a very big deal.
Yep.
Nozomi, though, is in league with Nakagawa trying to get the blessing. The blessing. Right. See, she could probably come back in just by talking to Taki. But this is different.
Yeah.
Or not even talking to Taki, talking to the president, potentially.
Sure. Probably.
Like, Taki probably doesn't have any say.
He doesn't particularly care. Kind of it's just okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's their conductor, basically. They're their trainer.
Right.
Like, they're the coach, but he's not the one that actually manages the club. So,
yeah.
But
then actually we did get a third new character. We also have Taki's friend who is coming in to help teach, and he is the opposite of Taki in just about every way. He is a ham, and I'm sure that will draw many more wonderful interactions with the class and Taki-sensei.
Definitely.
By proxy.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Oh, it feels so weird. My body was expecting the da, 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 da.
We'll get used to this one eventually.
We will.
But the first OP was kind of perfect.
So good.
Yeah, given that we have KyoAni kind of on the revival, slowly but surely with the announcement of Kobayashi Season 2, you know? I would really love to see this show just get continued in any way. Like it is art.
It really is. It's so much fun just seeing people respond to out of context images from it and being like, wait, what?
Oh, the whole
what is
sync
this?
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they sent that to us, I was like, wait, that is from the show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa!
It's like, no, that can't be. That's just a picture of a sink.
Right.
Yeah. Nope.
Ah! Get out! To the pool!
Pool episode!
Aw.
That sort of wow. Wow.
There's hope! There is hope! I was actually curious once they said that they were going to the pool and stuff to be like, okay. Oh! What do you mean a bit too mature? Weren't you I prefer more mature things in general?
Yeah, that's true.
Goals. Wait, is that Kaori?
Wait, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wait, and then da-doom, then she looks down.
Asuka!
Hey, there we go.
Hey. Oh. Ah, of course they are! Hey, Yuko!
So it's just the
English stuff.
Yeah. Just get shirts with random English phrases on it.
Although I could make cement addiction sexual. There are ways in which you could.
Well, or just potentially badass. Like
that's true. Oh. Oh, she's here. Mm-hmm. She's here. Nozomi?
Yeah. Not showing her eyes now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, that's not what she's. It's not what she means, right? Right? No. Come on, it's okay, Kumiko. It's okay.
Good job. Stand up for yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Why do you need her blessing? Yeah, exactly. Oh, we all know that. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh. That was her?
そのくだらない3年生はほっとけば卒業して来年は私らだけになるんだけどそれまで待てない待てませんあの時アスカ先輩が引き止めようとしてくれてたんだなって役に立ちたいなってアスカ先輩は知ってるんですかそのこと
Great point.
Oh.
してなんでしょう
Okay.
それがわからないからきついの友達そんなのいたんだ
Wait.
あんたと違ってね
Oh, he's talking about Nozomi.
そんな優しい人、優子は声かけてみたんだけど、もう少しやってみるって。
Mm-hmm.
Calorie.
Yeah.
声かけなかったから。
Really?
Ah.
一人だけだったし、あの子にはうるさく言う。
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Because no one wants to try that instrument because it's so hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet she still showed up earlier than anyone else.
Yep.
どうして復帰を認めないのか、何かヒントがあるかなって。あった？ない。
Yeah, Asuka seems to keep a couple things close to the chest.
のぞみ先輩はどうして部に戻ろうと思ったんですか？吹奏楽好きなんだよ。ちゃんと練習して強豪校に負けない強い部になりたかった。それが今年関西大会だって。正直悔しいよ。私がバカだったみたいじゃん。そう思わない？悪いとこがあるなら直すって言ったのにな。何がわかんないよ。
Nice, yeah.
すみません。行かなくていいの？友達待ってない？あ
Totally forgot.
遅いですね、久美子ちゃん。
Oh, I was wondering what.
Yeah, I was
wondering
like,
what's with the
what's going
intense
on?
stare?
Is it like this is Kumiko's spot?
Right.
You know, shove off. Yeah.
でも練習の時もいつも朝から来てるのに。
It's part of my job, yeah.
はい。
The speed at which she's just like, yes. She's gonna go, hi! We both thought the exact same thing. That was great. You can do me instead, then. Oh,
no way! You don't have to ask her because I'm just gonna join back in anyways. Oh, wait.
Who's this? Is this Kumiko's sister? No. Niyama Satomi.
Okay.
Completely new character.
Yeah. So he's really probably bringing in all the connections to be like, let's get these people up to snuff.
Nice catch.
Competition.
滝先生にそう言っていただけると嬉しいです。何
Yep.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh man.
もう一回やってみよっか。それが
Workhorse. There you go. Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no.
The beetle.
Wow.
Little parallel. God, that's amazing. Yeah, I get it. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, your hero.
Right, because she kept working hard.
Oh.
でものぞみはバカ正直だから助けるどころか余計なこと言っちゃって言っても無駄だよそいつら性格ブスだから言ったんですか
Wow.
Damn. Way to go.
Nakagawa's
Yeah.
No chill. Love it.
でも大前ちゃんは関西大会に集中のぞみのことは私が何とかするから
Okay.
はいと答えるのは簡単だったけど
Oh. All these characters.
Yep.
So good. Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, those are some shitty headphones.
アスカ先輩にね
Oh, and she's starting to miss all the...
Yeah. Yeah. She's listening.
Mm-hmm.
誰がソロとかそんなくだらないこと
So much emphasis on that.
Yeah.
続けばいいのに
Ah!
その曲やめて嫌いあす
Oh.
みませんどうぞは
Just come sit.
Yeah.
あ
Yes.
私でもできるんですか私は嫌い結局審査員の好みで結果決まるでしょ
Oh, okay.
私は苦しい
Oh.
コンクールなんてなければいいのに
Is it the way people strive for competitions, or is it the results that's really the problem, though?
Yeah.
高校に入ったら筋トレね
Oh, yeah, it drove her. Oh. So it's...
Yep.
Yeah. People get
And
over
she
it.
left because of it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that makes so much sense. And now she's coming back because of the results of the... So it's not about her. It's not about their friendship, their connection, or anything. At least from her perspective.
Mm-hmm. Right. Do you really think Taki likes her?
滝先生
Oh, yeah, yeah.
それはわかんないよ本人に
Perfect answer.
そうかなうん全然違う気がする見た目も中身も
Oh.
Really? Promise? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, okay.
後で時間もらえませんか話したいことがあるんですそして次の曲が始まるのです
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Yes.
Awesome.
I did the
Man.
same thing with the ED as well. Like in my
I know,
head,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Suki watashi da 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 go gara u.
Yeah. But man, okay, so I know that the first episode is a double-length episode, so it's almost not fair, you know?
Oh yeah, of course.
But
To compare, yeah.
but both the episodes so far this season have been really good.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I am really excited to see just where this season goes. And the I wouldn't call them dirt faces necessarily from Reina, but just the curry just falls off the spoon.
It's the only time we've ever seen her really like just drop demeanor so much.
And you knew it was coming, right? Like once she gets introduced, and it's like, ooh, and then all the the banter between them, and then
And
the
we're just
other
like, oh,
girls
no.
like, wait,
Oh, no.
what? It's possible, you know?
And then we see Rena, it's more than what we could have ever
Yep,
expected. She's just like,
just dead,
yeah,
dead.
God. It's like Man.
And then, of course, it's like, hey, do you really think they're going out?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
wow.
That's a good episode.
I love this show.
We ended up getting the cute stuff. We ended up getting the funny stuff. We ended up getting the
pool
drama, just really thick and heavy. Yeah.
Yep.
Situation that happened in the past explained to us. Nozomi is a fantastic character to bring into this ensemble because she is in some ways another Reina. She's very similar in that regard. And yet the issue is that, well, she's she's someone that sought out the fight, basically.
Right.
And was
Nozomi as a character is a character that I feel like has to exist in some way, shape, or form because of the way that this show is set it up.
Yeah, it's like a sports anime type character archetype. Yeah,
it makes sense that she would exist, that there would have been someone from the previous year that would want to come back, etc. Right, and because of that, and the wonderful extra time that was spent setting up the conflicts for the season in the previous episode with it being double length, we're able to have all of this stuff happen that is development for the conflict when we were fairly recently just introduced to it. Right, and that both speaks to the quality of the writing, I feel like, and then also just the decision to have Nozomi be the character.
Yeah, the quality of the writing thing falls almost entirely on what they seeded in season 1 regarding the setting for the conflict.
Yeah,
we didn't know who were the big players involved, but we had even seen them back in season 1. Like that flashback was something that we saw a perspective on back then in season 1. So here, now, we know who one of the biggest players in this whole thing was in the first year's kind of group that kind of declared the ultimatum of they're going to quit if they don't actually get some opportunity to participate. And we then see that even then that Nakagawa was involved, even though she was, one of the first years at the time.
And she wasn't one of the ones that quit. Or that was trying really hard.
Right.
She was still frustrated by everything that was happening.
But all she could do is basically like antagonize the third years from the sidelines, which is kind
full of shit.
Yeah, kind of the thing of where it's the half-assed kind of responsive. I won't actually ally with you in this because that doesn't gain me anything. But I also won't sit idly by and do nothing. So I'm going to end up just kind of,
Right, not really helping the people or the situation.
Yep.
But at least
it made her feel better.
It made her feel better, and it extended her sympathies in a way of, this really sucks for you, basically.
Exactly. And I loved that idea that Nakagawa sees her as her hero.
Yep.
It's like, no, you're the kind of person that I would love to be, but I just don't have that in me.
Also, one of the things that I can imagine must have or could have potentially compounded the frustration for Nozomi is in the middle school, she was the president of the Wind Ensemble Club. That's a lot of responsibility. That's a lot of and I'm sure she took it very, very seriously.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she comes in to this new school.
Yep. New environment.
No respect. No respect whatsoever.
Nothing. No acknowledgement, no appreciation. I'll tell you that one of the things that is really, really tough that I very much empathize and almost understand a lot of what Nozomi's going through here is that there is a dark side to some of the things that could be taken from what she's doing here. And that is that it's all about the competition. It's that, well, you guys aren't as good, so get out of my way.
Sure.
Which that's not what she was doing, but that is a way in which it can be interpreted. And Yoroizaka kind of brings up a kind of a view on that, which is
competitions.
I don't like competitions. In fact, I hate them. And she uses, despite being very quiet, she uses a lot of strong language. Like, I hate that piece. And she's like, oh yeah, no problem. I'll put it away. But it's like, whoa, you hate that piece of music?
Yeah.
Whoa, you feel
you could barely
strongly.
Hear it. Yeah. And it's funny because she's the one who had no competition for her instrument.
Yeah.
Which maybe is why she hates it so much. Because then it's not something that she really experiences herself. It's all the other people, right?
They seem so wrapped up in it for whatever reason.
And in a lot of cases, it doesn't make sense for her to quit because she's not having a problem with it. She gets what she wants. But at the same time, she is really good friends with Nozomi.
Yeah.
And Nozomi quit. Nozomi left her there. Nozomi even though she made the whole promise of, let's go to nationals and things like that.
Together.
Let's get gold. And we know Yoroizuka, or we can assume that Yoroizuka was practicing probably in the similar manner that she has been this year, last year.
I would say that
not necessarily, but
I would say maybe not. I would say that it was. Sorry. That was the middle school when she said, "Let's go for gold."
Right.
So then there's been 2 years since that point where they got silver, that they then have been trying to go for gold. So the first year she probably did, like you're saying, then practice, really hard.
Nozomi left.
And then Nozomi left.
That's, I can imagine, especially for someone who is as soft-spoken and maybe, I don't know, insecure possibly.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't necessarily have to be, soft-spoken and insecure don't necessarily go hand in hand, but I could see that being the case of, and then someone who is the president of the wind ensemble, at your old school is like, let's go for gold. And it's like...
She's like,
okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And she does it. She wakes up at 5 a.m. or however early she has to be to get there. Get there by 6 and start practicing on the hardest instrument that there is. Right.
Yeah. Where there's no backup. There's no like someone else who's going to take it if she doesn't try hard.
Right.
So that means
it's all on her.
That means that every aspect of the way that she could end up dragging them down in the competition, the buck stops with her.
Right. And she bears the responsibility for it.
Maybe in the same way that Nozomi didn't get the respect and appreciation for the effort she was putting in.
She didn't either.
Yoroizuka doesn't feel like she did either with regards to Nozomi. Because Nozomi's decision was one made a little bit selfishly.
And with her temperament of being so soft-spoken, and with that instrument being the really tough one that no one really wants to play, it makes sense that it would be very easy for people to just be like, oh yeah, that's that quiet girl. That instrument's covered, It's just, and then you take it for granted, right? Oh boy. That saying, I've said it in other reactions before, but recognition, babies cry for it and grown men die for it. Like it cannot be understated just how important that is. And well,
here we go. Yeah, so we've got our characters set up to have a bit of a confrontation here in Kumiko and Asuka, which is wonderful for the next episode, so we'll leave that for then. But in this episode, we see basically that while there are other characters that are not really that have a bone to pick with this, they don't have a dog in this fight, if that makes sense. There are characters that really care about things going a certain way, like Nakagawa. Nakagawa very much is in Nozomi's corner here, and that's because she's
really good friends with her.
Well, yes, but also just like she looks up to her.
Yeah.
This very much reminds us, though, of another instance in season 1 when you had a character who looked up quite a lot to another character and was like, I'm going to fight for them, even if they don't necessarily want me to.
And Nakagawa definitely doesn't have interactions with that character consistently still.
Yeah. So it's kind of a fun twist of fate that we're now in a situation where Nakagawa is the one telling another character, the main character, Kumiko, that you don't need to fight for, Nozomi here.
I got her covered.
She doesn't want you to have to, cause another situation like last year.
Yep.
Now, what I think is really, really important with all of this is Kumiko definitely feels somewhat responsible for the group as a whole. You see little moments where she kind of is thinking about everyone else around her and almost not taking a leadership position, but kind of taking a bit of an active role in things because she has shaken up the dynamic, at least in the base kind of side of things.
Right.
Because she booted out Nakagawa with her skill and effort. So,
like, it's the kind of thing where I could theoretically see her being in a leadership position in her third year.
Totally.
Like whether the actual president of the club or like the vice president or something.
2 years from now.
Yeah. But like, when everyone's pretty much moved out, Kumiko has so far been showing that even though she is, keeps to herself a lot more.
Yeah.
She notices things and she cares about it a lot.
Yeah, she also that caring a lot about it translates to her thinking a lot about it.
Right.
Like
and
the
then
way she went
action.
full on like detective mode with regards to Asuka and started racking her brain, thinking back to a lot of the things that she said.
Yep.
Kind of being a clever writing way for us to also get a little bit of a recap on some of the things that we've been given there. So, hey, cool. Clever trick there, show. Good job.
Yep.
But then bumping into these characters that almost kind of need to process these things with someone.
Yeah.
And, well, conveniently, Kumiko's just right there. Mm-hmm. So, lots of good processing on that regard that happened this episode.
Indeed.
But yeah.
As far as the more, or on the less serious side, right?
Sure.
We got a pool episode, essentially, right?
And
we got a trip to the pool.
Yep.
And Kumiko had the whole commentary of, damn it, I guess they really do grow in high school.
I think you interpreted that completely the wrong way.
Oh.
It was hope, Jacob. She's like, oh, so it is true.
Yes.
There's hope for me, too.
That's right. This is just the first year. It could still happen.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was definitely a bit of envy, a bit of jealousy of like,
Wait,
it is true.
Your bathing suit is getting tight, you say?
Yeah, just like, you? Just
all right.
You too, not me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If she wasn't so used to this already, she could have been right there with Reina with the, face, but for completely different reasons.
Right. But yes, we had to get some well lit, well animated, very adorably cute girls in bathing suits.
Yep.
Part of the anime.
Which,
of course we do.
Which I also want to point out, they did some very clever things with that in how they directed the shots, because there were points like with Nozomi, for instance, where things would be said, and then it's don't show the eyes of the character in the shot, go to just below the eyes. But by doing that, you're moving the whole shot down so that boobs are then
right
front
there.
and center. Even though the more serious intention of the shot is totally there.
Yeah.
Both are done in parallel, right? And it's just one of those things of like, wow, that's clever. Like, because usually when that kind of stuff happens in anime, it's not subtle, And
it's also not that deep. It's just we know where we spent. We spent a lot of time on those just jiggle physics.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's show you where the animation went. Like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there you go. Yeah. But in this, it's like, I see. Yes. Mm-hmm. That, while at the same time getting into the inner character drama and things like that. Yes, wonderful.
Yes,
but
that's where the heart is.
Exactly.
Yeah, focus
but
on
we also had something else happen this episode.
We did.
And oh my God, I loved it.
Yes.
It was wonderful. We had competition!
I hate competition.
Yeah, I hate competition. Yeah, exactly. And then in she walks. Right?
Niyama. Niyama something.
Yeah, we didn't even catch her name.
Yeah, I'll get her name here.
Who cares? Who cares what her name is? The point is
the brown Goliath.
Yeah, right. And oh my God, like the banter between her and Taki, it's like, yes, it's great. And now let's also take some other angles on this.
Satomi.
Yes,
so
Niyama Satomi.
Niyama Sensei, yeah.
Right. Because they are now going into the Kansai competition, it makes sense that, one, the school would give them additional funding to basically be like, hey, this is serious,
please
so please perform well. And then Taki is also like, okay.
I will allocate those resources.
Well. I've been teaching them what I know, but to make sure that, we're really performing at the best of the best, then I'm going to bring in some of the people that I know that can help out. Yeah. Awesome. The fact that one of them happens to be a very attractive woman with a past history with Taki, and they get along quite well. That's just a happy little accident. And then the fact that the students, like the other girls in the wind ensemble are like, oh, he really, got lucky with her. Like, oh man, yeah. And then we know it's coming. Yeah. Where's the Reina shot? Yeah. And then there she is,
dead inside, like. You know what it made me think of, Jacob? You know what it made me think of?
Yeah.
She's got the purple hair, the dark black purple hair,
and then the purple eyes.
Dead inside look, fate.
Wait.
No, it's not like I care about you or anything.
Just dropping my papers everywhere because that's what I like doing. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't get that reference, that's okay. But it was just one of those things where I was like, yes.
And then, but the thing is that, so that's,
I don't want to say the character's name because there's some spoilers attached to that thing. Yeah.
But great character moment for that, great comedy, and because it's something that's intense like that, and we can fill in the gaps in our minds, the episode doesn't need to spend much time on it, right?
Yeah.
We just do the setup for this new character, we show Reina's response to that, and then later we can just know that, cut to her with the curry and it just drops, right? And it's comedy gold. It's comedy gold.
Genius.
And then my personal favorite,
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
See.
With the matching to the hair color and everything.
To the hair color and
then just
like there's moments where this show is just extra, and it's beautiful.
Yes,
this is where it's extra, beautiful, and just so hilarious.
Oh man,
so funny. I also personally find it kind of funny because I think it's just ridiculous that they decide to have that tree be like a congregate of like all bunch of other bugs. There's like a cicada
we're like
on
watching,
the other side, and there's like another beetle that's just like watching. But then you have like
another little one
join
that comes
in the
up
second one. Like it's like
what's going on?
Okay.
Right. The fight is starting to attract.
See, little do we know that was actually like
audience.
the mating ritual. Like it's just like, all right, and then yeet them off the tree, and then if they can't move, that means they want you. It's like, okay.
But one of the things that this also does is, okay, so there's the whole pool thing with the looking more mature and all that stuff and everything, and that's what Reina kind of wants and whatnot. But then by this new character being introduced into the story,
it brings the two.
It breaks the status quo. Well, yes, it brings...
Makes Reina and Kumiko talk. Yeah.
Yes, it makes Reina and Kumiko talk, which I'm always a fan of. But given the fact that Reina is, head over heels for Taki, this means that she has to, at the very least, start to address how she wants to handle this, right?
Right.
Because,
how do you want to do this?
Right. How do you want to do this? Because she said to Kumiko, she was very emphatic about the fact that it's not a crush. She is in love with Taki.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, if you want to,
Sure, Jan.
if you want to, if you want to take it seriously like that, then,
right.
how are you going to handle this? Because, like the whole thing of, does he? Wait, he said before that he's not, that he, doesn't have a girlfriend or anything like that,
right.
But hold on, are they dating? Like, wait, are they?
Yeah.
Are they?
It's like, honey, I get you, but you're like 15 or 16, like, like
it's not
also
going to happen.
It's also like a thing that literally like probably would definitely not happen for at least like years and years.
There are
of time.
legal reasons why it definitely won't happen, for the next few years.
Yeah.
But if she was really wanting to play the long game, right?
Right.
And because we know from her perspective that this is very genuine on her angle and that this isn't something that Taki's
almost spilled my drink
like doesn't even realize is happening, right? Then I can kind of be like, okay, girl, if you want to do that, then go for it. But you
be realistic.
But be realistic. Be realistic, but be serious and and all that stuff, right? Like don't the Nozomi approach won't work here of trying and then realizing seniority wins out here and then you quit. Like
I totally relate though to Reina. One of the things that I remember multiple times growing up was just having those moments where I'm like 12 and like my babysitter is like the most gorgeous girl ever. I'm just like, whoa, like I love her. And it's like, no, honey, you're just experiencing a crush for the first time. It's like, but okay.
And yet that's part of growing up is realizing when it's when you say something like that and you are actually going to be serious about it enough about it in order to make that really be real at the very least for you, right? And not just be something where later you realize, no, that was just a crush, right? So,
which is why it's important that she and Kumiko are talking about this because then Kumiko can basically just encourage her to, well, maybe rip off the Band-Aid. Because one of the things that is probably going to happen here is that for Taki, it's going to be a thing of where he's like, oh, no, not at all. Like, we're not at all.
Yeah, if you even found out about it. Like, in fact...
Well, like, I think she might
about whether he's
ask
dating...
or just bring it up in some way. That like, no, it's a completely professional relationship in every way, shape, or manner. And that's just something where he's like, no, I'm really focused on my music right now. And then she's going to be over the moon about it.
Right.
But it's also the thing where she's like, wait a minute. But if he's so focused on his music that he's like not interested in even her, then do I even have a chance?
Or could I potentially use music to get close to him so that way he'll be focusing on the music, so he won't realize that I actually like him in that way, so that way by the time, like
I think
5 years or 7 years down the road, when he realizes it could actually turn into something?
Yeah, possibly. I feel like this is more of the thing of where she'll realize maybe a little bit of where her kind of immaturity with this comes into play a little bit, and then she'll either realize that it's a crush a little bit,
or maybe she really does love him, but sorry.
I mean, to be fair, as long as she is kind of in love with Taki, which I get it. Yeah, you can. Oh yeah, you can be totally in love and
have it be one-sided.
And have it be one-sided. Yeah, absolutely. I would just say though, that's probably something that keeps the shippers for Reina and Kumiko a little bit at bay. So once that gets axed, then the floodgates open, and
see, there's a part of me that is hoping for that to happen.
The Red Sea collapses on itself,
Right. And yet at the same time, hey, like the fact that we can go to the point where, oh yeah, Kumiko has all this stuff happen. She's talking about, okay, do I confront Asuka? Okay. Right. Yeah. I talk with Yorozuka and all that stuff. And then she goes to bed, and then Reina's right there. And we know what's on Reina's mind.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with any of this stuff.
Hey, do you think they're dating? Like,
it's adorable.
Your heart can't help but go out to it, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's like, oh, man.
Course. I just know so many times where I've been like, oh, I'm actually like interested in this girl like a ton, and we're like peers, there's so many reasons why it should work, and then she like dates a guy 8 years older, and it's just like,
or in that case, twice her age.
Yeah. I think both of us have personally shared stories with each other where, for whatever reason, we both liked girls that rejected us, but also then not just rejected us, then like immediately after that, then went and ended up with guys that are way older, and I mean way older.
It's like, oh, I mean, she's 2 years older than me. I'm 16. She's 18. It's like it's not too big of a deal, right? Like something could happen. Oh, she's dating someone that's 33. I see.
That's just creepy.
Yeah.
Oh wait. In your case, she was older than you.
Right, she was older than me. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think in my case,
in my case, maybe being like 2 years younger isn't too big of an issue, and then it's the wait, no.
If anything, If anything, that's more reason why she definitely rejected you. In that case, no. But just saying that the maturity aspect is something that a lot of people I know find very attractive in someone like Taki here. So when you then see that person then who you might have been attracted to might also have the same approach with things, and then looks at someone way older than them, and then it's just like, there was literally no hope for me.
Right,
like,
because in Reina's case, right, Taki, we don't know how old he is exactly.
We have no way to know about his preferences at all. Like,
well, definitely not that. Yeah, but
I was meaning in all cases.
Yes. But given that he is sort of the young prodigy.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah. He is probably not that old. Like, I'm guessing he's probably in like his young 20s, to mid 20s. Maybe
she's probably
mid-20s,
younger than him.
Right. Yeah.
Niyama. I would guess Niyama is probably like just graduated high school, like probably like 18. That'd be my guess.
Either way,
she might even be a third year or something.
Possibly. But it's one of those things where, because Taki takes his approach to his work and everything so seriously, that's probably one of the things that Reina likes so much about him, other than the fact that she finds him attractive and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Like the fact that we were so in sync on that.
Yeah.
Because you just knew.
It was going off in her head.
It was going off in her head, blaring like.
But she has the sense of mind to be like. Conceal, don't feel, don't let him know. Make one wrong move and everyone will know.
Right, and quite frankly, if he does end up figuring it out, then that could completely relegate her to like the Like even 5-10 years later, where it's the no, she's the girl who had the crush on me. That would be weird. As opposed to if she keeps it hidden, and then 5 years later, it's like, oh, hey, we happen to meet up. Yeah, you get to talking, and then it's like, oh, wait, I think I'm starting to like this guy. As opposed to, you've been my crush for a very long time, right? So, but yeah. Not that we're ever gonna see that, But
poor Kumiko.
Yeah.
But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. So you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Yep, we stream every weekday. Info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.